What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, The Sandman, episode number 6. And we're coming off of a wild-ass episode. That shit was like the Twilight Zone.
To say the least.
It was weird.
An episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, like, it was absolutely off the charts in terms of just, like, what is happening? What is John doing to these people? And his main goal with the Ruby was to eliminate all lies. And as the episode's going, you're kind of like hearing on the news as the world is literally just
falling
going
apart.
to chaos.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to think about it because I've thought about it a little bit. You remove even the most simple lies and a simple encounter of like, hey, how you doing? Could turn into something even more. Because our day-to-day, we lie about really small stuff, and it's
Isn't that
like...
kind of sad, though?
I mean, it is kind of sad, but at the same time, like...
When you really break it down, you're lying at the benefit of somebody else?
Yeah.
Question mark?
I mean, just in that specific scenario, like, I'm walking and showing up to work or something, and I'm like, hey, what's up?
Just to try and keep the peace?
Just to say hi. Or if someone asks me that, and they don't know that I've just had the worst day possible, and I just unload on them for like 45 minutes while we're supposed to be doing, like, even the smallest removal of lies just causes just absolute chaos. And you kind of saw it playing out in this episode where Bet was this really sweet, nice, welcoming waitress, and you kind of start stripping that away from her, and even someone as kind and nice as she is kind of turns into a jerk, and it turns into like not a really pleasant experience. So just at its core,
she was getting lied to by the cook guy.
Well, I feel like that was all part of it. Like, that was everything that was involved. Just the revealing, like, she likes him, but then he likes coming over for her son and not her. And it's just like, the shit just unravels and unravels and unravels. It just caused total chaos. It was one of, recency bias is a thing, but I honestly think it was one of the weirdest, trippiest pieces of TV that we've ever watched. Just watching it just unravels. John's just sitting here just sipping his drink.
Again, Black Mirror.
I mean, there was a lot of weird shit in Black Mirror.
A lot of weird shit.
I mean, in the context of the Sandman and the episode that we came off from Hell, and then going into this episode, that shit was just bonkers. And I could really appreciate that because this show has a lot of different elements, and all the elements are working really well. But Dream ended up showing up, and they had a little encounter. He ended up winning, and it looks like he put John to sleep. Instead of killing him, he just put him to sleep. And
you need to go night-night, mister.
I'm wondering if he's going to put him on this crazy, like, nightmare loop or something like that to where he's... I mean, that would be way more torture. Unable to wake up and having a constant nightmare over and over and over again, that would be absolute torture.
That would.
It would drive somebody absolutely crazy. So we'll see what John's fate is. We'll see if he bounces back from this or if he's actually done in this show now. If Dream just handled him, he's got all his tools back and now he's got to repair everything that John did. Which, I mean... That sounds nuts because John's impact in the time that he spent in that cafe seemed like it was pretty insane all over the entire world. Yeah. So we'll see what that entails. And then at the end, they introduced us to Dream's sister. She was just like, hi, big bro. Like, oh, okay. Who are you? Nice to meet you. And then an episode cut. So I think we're going to get a little bit of whoever that was, which could be interesting.
What do you think would be a sibling of Dream?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of possibilities for that because there's a lot of things that encompass a dream in terms of like wanting things and driving for things and like all kinds of different stuff. So I don't know. That's kind of the first thing that kind of came to mind. So yeah, very interesting and very excited to see this new episode. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Chapter 6, The Sound of Her Wings. Is that sister's wings?
Heads up!
Oh.
Nice catch, though. Thank you.
No look.
What are you doing?
I'm feeding the pigeons.
You do that too much, you know what you get?
Friend for life?
Fat pigeons.
Oh.
This from Mary Poppins. Do you ever see it?
No.
Nikki loves Mary Poppins.
I do. She's Julie Andrews one. That's not Julie Andrews, but...
Something's wrong.
I don't know what's wrong, but you're right.
Or is this like a flashback?
When they captured me, I just had one thought. Vengeance. It wasn't as satisfying as I'd expected. Meanwhile, my kingdom had fallen apart. My tools long since stolen and scattered. And so I embarked upon a journey to find them. which I did. I'm now more powerful than I have been in eons, and yet...
Missing something?
Here you are, feeding the pigeons.
You see, until then, I'd had a true quest, purpose beyond my function, and then suddenly it was over. I felt disappointed. I was so sure that once I got everything back, I'd feel good. But in some ways, I feel worse than when I started.
Oh.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Heads up!
Oh!
Oh, shit.
You're as good as your friend, dude.
He's not my friend, he's my brother. And he's an idiot.
I'm just feeding the birds.
I can't stay here all day.
He's like, oh, hi.
Before you go, could I maybe see you again?
Sure, Franklin. You'll see me again. Soon.
Yeah, let me just get your number. And... Wait, how did you know my...
That's trippy.
That is trippy.
I love how just she totally hit him with like the honest truth there, and just like she's blatantly honest with like, come on, figure it out. Just because your little game's over now, you're just the most pathetic thing ever. She used bigger words than I could use, but you know.
You are good with them.
Apples.
Humans.
Have you seen any of the others since you've been back?
Have you?
We did have one family dinner when you were away. The twins were in high spirits. Desire was, but anyway.
Well, then who is she? She keeps referring to this other person as Desire. Who is she?
Can you hear it?
I know this piece. I haven't heard it in 200 years.
That'd be a trip to be like, I haven't heard that for 200 years. Like,
Sorry for the noise.
It's not noise, it's Schubert. Keep going.
I can't. He never finished it. All we have is a fragment. Oh, forgive me. I am Harry.
I know who you are, Harry. Do you know who I am?
No.
Is she Death? Is she Death? Oh, so she's gonna see Franklin real soon? Is Franklin gonna die?
yikes.
There's something I have to say, if that's all right.
Of course.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. The Lord is one.
If only we could all have that small moment of prep before we die.
I'm glad I said the Shema. My old man always said it would guarantee you a place in heaven, if you believe in heaven. I look so old,
Oh.
so empty. So, I'm dead.
Holy shit, dude.
Now's when you find out, Harry.
That was
Oh my
sad.
god. But kind of peaceful in a way.
Man, death is so nice.
I mean, if that's what death is. Shoo.
My sister, when I was captured, it wasn't me they were looking for. It was you.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
Taking my shoes off. You should take yours off too. It's good to touch the earth with your bare feet. Come on, I don't want to miss the next one.
Don't want to miss the next one. Man.
Hi, Sam.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Yikes.
No, I need to talk to my wife for like 1 second. You don't understand. All our flight information is on my phone. I just need to give her the code.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
But we're on a honeymoon.
Oh my god.
Sam? Sam!
Come on, hon.
Oh no.
Sam!
Are you kidding me? Is that what this whole episode's gonna be? Oh my god.
I have a job to do, and I do it. When the first living thing existed, I was there. When the last living thing dies, I'll put the chairs on the table, turn out the lights, and lock the universe behind me when I leave. And I'm not there for all of them.
What an interesting thought.
There are exceptions. And then there's your ongoing project. How's he bearing up after all this time?
Who? Hobgaddling? I don't know. I was forced to miss our last appointment.
Well, I'm sure he'd love to see you. They're never too keen to see me, though. I actually used to think I had the hardest job in all our family. They fear the sunless lands, yet they enter your realm every night without fear.
And yet I am far more terrible than you.
I thought about giving up, walking out.
How do you do that?
I know, yeah. And
People feel as pleased to have been born as if they did it themselves. But they get upset and hurt and shaken when they die. But eventually, I learned that all they really need is a kind word and a friendly face. Like they had in the beginning.
no.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
What the hell, dude?
That's all you get.
Lunchtime.
We can go.
Do some eating. Maybe you want a nap for mommy's sake. And maybe Lovey.
I find myself wondering about humanity. Their attitude towards your gift is so strange. Why do they fear the sunless lands? It is as natural to die as it is to be born.
People may not be ready for my gift, but they get it anyway, no matter what the circumstance.
This is a rough episode. But at the
I
same
mean, it's
time,
kind of very beautiful, but also so sad.
Each of us stands
but it's
alone.
also reality.
The sunless lands are far away, and the journey is hard. Most of us will be glad for the company of a friend. It's funny looking back now. I used to think I had to do this all by myself.
But you do.
No, at the end, I'm there with them. I'm holding their hand and they're holding mine. I'm not alone when I'm doing my job. The only reason we even exist, you and I, desire and despair, the whole family. Wow. We're here to serve them. It isn't about quests. Our purpose is our function. We're here for them. Since I figured that out, I realized I need them as much as they need me.
You have taught me something I had forgotten. I thank you, my sister.
That's what family's about, little brother.
To me, man! Over here!
Uh-oh.
Last appointment. Then have to go.
I too am late for an appointment.
Right then!
Have to go.
Did you see that? That car came like this close to hitting me.
This close, huh? Come with me, Franklin. I need to show you something.
Yikes, dude.
See you, Dream.
I mean, just the idea of, like...
Somebody holding your hand through
Yeah.
it all.
Like, the scariest, most intense potential moment.
But she makes it not scary.
Right. She gives you that, like, soothing, safe feeling, which is, like, it's sweet. Like,
It's what you hope it will be like, where you don't feel anything and you just...
yeah. It's almost a beautiful moment. But it's sad. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I've seen death. I lost half my village to the Black Death. I fought under Buckingham in Burgundy. It's not like I don't know what death is. Death is stupid.
Uh-oh.
Nobody has to die. The only reason people die is because everyone does it. You all just go along with it. But not me. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to die.
Does that mean he's gonna die right now?
Right?
Why would any sensible creature crave an eternity of this?
You could find out. I could grant him his wish.
Do that, and he will be begging for death within a century, I assure you.
Oh, so she could prevent people from dying too? Wow. That's trippy.
That is.
Did I hear you say you have no intention of ever dying?
Yeah, that's right.
Then you must tell me what it's like. Let us meet here again, Robert Gatling, in this tavern of the White Horse in 100 years.
100 years' time, on this day. I will see you in the year of our Lord 1489 then.
Oh, that's the appointment he missed. Got it.
What a trippy thing to, like, encounter.
Who are you? A wizard? A saint? A demon? Have I made a bargain with the devil?
No.
Then why aren't I dead?
I'm here because I'm interested.
In me?
In your experience.
And what do I have to do?
Nothing. You live your life as you choose. Then on this day, every 100 years, we will meet.
Got it. Got it.
Because you want to know what it's like. I'll tell you what it's like. It's fucking brilliant. It's all changing.
In what way?
Chimneys. And now we have these little cloth pieces for your nose. In the old days, we just used our sleeves.
Napkins and chimneys.
What will you people think of next?
With any luck, something to get rid of fleas.
But what have you been doing for the last 100 years?
I've started in a new trade. It's called printing.
So you still want to live?
Oh, yes.
100 years, then?
Oh, yes.
That's so interesting.
Oh my god. But you see everybody around you die.
I know.
You see someone's entire lifespan from birth to death.
Yeah. I think Dream was kind of shocked after that first 100 years. I think he had a feeling it would bring up a different result.
Hello, Hall.
It's Sir Robert Gadlin now, old stranger.
You've had good fortune, I take it.
The gods have smiled on me as they smile on all England, where no man is slave or bondsman. And I went north for a year or so, came back as my son. Done that twice now. When Fat Henry done for the monasteries, I bought my estates. And a healthy gift of gold to the crown saw to a knighthood.
You sound like the best life ever.
I think that's what's kind of shocking Dream.
My fair Eleanor, the little Robin, my first son born in over 200 years on this earth that I know of.
Oh my god.
This is what I always dreamed heaven would be like.
But you're
gonna see your child.
You're gonna
die.
outlive your child.
Maybe that's when things start getting harder. Dream thought it would be like an immediate thing that he'd be begging.
Regretting it.
Yeah.
Thine own appetite, wherein is fixed the love of Beelzebub. I would give anything to have your gifts. To give men dreams that would live on long after I'm dead.
Who is he?
His name's Will Shaxford. Acts a bit, wrote a play.
Is he good?
No, it's crap.
He does not find that guy interesting.
I heard you talk, Will. Would you write great plays? Create new dreams to spur the minds of men? Is that your will?
It is.
And let us talk.
I thought it was. William Shakespeare.
After all these years, Dream's like, this is what you're doing with this gift? Is what it feels like?
Do not be so free in saying plagues, fires, floods, to the judgment of the Lord for our sin.
Let him be. He is my guest.
Oh, what happened?
Do you know how hungry a man can get if he doesn't die but he doesn't eat? I lost it all.
Shit.
My Eleanor, she died in childbirth.
Oh, shit.
The baby too.
They tried to drown me as a witch.
Oh, shit.
I've hated every second of the last 80 years. Every bloody second, you know that?
So do you still wish to live?
Are you crazy? Death is a mug's game. I've got so much to live for.
What? What?
How can we order? 'Cause I'm about to beat the fucking table.
Dude, he looks like Interview with a Vampire, like so much.
You ask me, this country will be next for a revolution. In the meantime, I'm in the shipping business. There's a new system where they take English cotton goods to Africa, get a cargo of Negroes, pack them in like sardines. Same ship takes them across the Atlantic, then comes back here with raw cotton, tobacco and sugar.
It's a poor thing for one man to enslave another.
Agreed.
I suggest you find yourself a different line of business what we're battling.
You're giving me advice after 400 years. What happened to live your life as you choose?
The choice is yours. Would you take that choice away from others?
Feels like they picked the wrong person for this in Dream's mind. That he's not taking advantage of his gift and ability to live.
But look at all the lives he's lived.
Yeah.
400 years now I've been meeting you here, and there is so much I still don't know. Who are you?
I might ask both of you that same question. These are Michael and Tobias, smugglers by trade. They're only too glad to augment their earnings by slitting throats if you move. They tell of a tale that the devil and the wandering Jew meet once every century in a tavern. 2 years passed, sewn into the shirt of a dead man. I found this.
That's so crazy.
I'm Lady Joanna Constantine.
Oh.
You will both follow me, sir, as my coach is without.
Oh, she did look familiar, actually.
Wait.
What did you do to her?
She has old ghosts that I have shown to her.
You need not have come to my defense.
Clearly. Still, I didn't want to be drinking alone here in 100 years' time.
Don't worry about that.
100 years then.
100 years.
Part of the plan.
Oh, sir.
I think perhaps you've changed.
I may have learnt a bit from my mistakes. Doesn't seem to stop me from making them. I think it's you that's changed.
I love all of like the scenery changes, the outfit changes.
I know why we still meet here century after century. It's not because you want to see whether or not I'm ready to seek death. I think you're here for something else. Friendship.
Yeah, somebody who's always going to be around.
You dare.
No, look, I'm not saying...
You dare suggest one such as I might need your companionship.
Oh, shit.
Yes, I do.
Then I shall take my leave of you and prove you wrong.
Yikes, dude.
I'll be here in 100 years' time. If you're here then too, it'll be because we're friends. No other reason.
Oh, and then he didn't show up.
I feel like that's something he needed. He
Right.
had that because everyone around him obviously dying and
Right. Oh, look at this Miami Vice looking guy. Come on.
400 or 500 years of
So
meeting the same person. You obviously become friends, but Dream's not a human being.
The fact that there's something still there.
Waiting for someone.
He still shows up.
You waiting for someone?
I think I've been stood up. We had a fight last time we were here. It was my fault.
I've seen plenty of friends get in fights in pubs. Even more of them laugh about it together later.
Maybe in another 100 years.
You'll have to have found a new pub by then. This place has been sold to make room for new flats.
Yikes. He's gonna lose his hangout spot. I've been coming here for 700 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Oh, did he make that? Did he leave the sign to send him?
I don't think so.
You're lame.
It seems I owe you an apology. I've always had it impolite to keep one's friends waiting.
Aw, they are friends. Did that humble him? It only took him 800 years to humble him?
Attend, sweet sibling. It is I, Desire.
See? Desire has short hair.
My brother has found a way out of his cage.
Everybody says his short hair is not. Oh, short hair is amazing.
But don't worry, I have a new one.
Awesome.
Wow. What an episode.
That was crazy good. Yeah.
I mean, this show, like...
surprises you at every turn.
It's one of the most unique things I've ever seen.
Right.
From episode to episode, it's so different. And I feel like that's a really hard thing to do and keep a cohesive story.
I was just about to say, they all go together, but they're all so completely different episode to episode.
Like, the way the last one left us, I thought we were going to get a bunch of, like, world building and repairing things and setting things right, but looked like everything was looking good right at the start of this episode, and we met Death, which that first bit of this episode was rough.
But it was peaceful and it was beautiful, but it was sad.
Right.
But
it was all the emotions.
It was, literally.
Because of the way that she was able to just give people a little something before they passed away. Right. And she made it peaceful and made it better for these people. Some of them in a really bad spot. One person was like OD'd, one person got shot, one dude got hit by a car. Like, there was a lot. And the baby was really sad, obviously. And like that whole sequence and just the way they were just casually scrolling through town and walking into someone's house and going here and going there, and just the moment people were like, oh, like, no, I gotta talk to my wife, or like, it was sad, but it was also beautiful at the same time. It was so well done. And the way this show does stuff like that, it's just, it all looks really good. The story flows really well, and I just feel like there's just really subtle pieces of like music and stuff that makes stuff hit. And then when he showed up to the pub, which wasn't the pub anymore, we go on this like 800-year journey of him meeting this dude who they gave life to forever.
Hobb.
And
Robert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And just watching that journey in every 100 years, like seeing the changes and seeing what he's going through. And it took for him to lose his family to finally like be losing something, but he never lost his desire to want to live, which I think really surprised Dream, because when he was having the conversation with Death, he was like, oh yeah, he's going to be begging for death within a century. And here he is in today's world, still sitting there waiting for Dream to show up, and Dream showed back up.
It's just amazing that he's able to go from the top to the bottom, rock bottom, and then back up, and then just, you know, maintain.
It was like an endless cycle of him just ups and downs
right.
through all these hundreds of years. And
if you hear snoring, it's Uba.
Uba's crashed out. He was rough today.
He's having a bad day.
He just wants to be part of the reaction.
Yeah, he does.
That's all. Except he's very distracting.
He's loud.
But the fact that like he hit him with the friendship thing, and he's like never actually revealed who Dream exactly was. He never kind of gave that information away.
And then didn't show up.
Well, he also got trapped.
No, I know, but like Robert didn't realize that, and so.
But Robert kept coming back. He kept showing back up. I think he's the one who spray painted the sign. I mean, it was probably the business owner that put the sign there to be like, hey, we're around the corner now. But
Robert
it feels
was
like
still there waiting.
Yeah. And it was one of those things where like he didn't give up, he didn't stop. And he's probably right. Like Dream probably enjoys that company, and just the idea of like the consistency of a human being in the conversation. And even though you could kind of tell early on that maybe Dream wasn't like into it, and he was like, "Oh, this guy's not taking advantage of the gift we gave him the way that we expected him to." But it ended up evolving into more. And then even right there at the last meeting, he's like, "My friend."
Yeah, but I mean, when Death was talking about like we're here for them, I think that you know, made him really think about some things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this show continues to like really push that envelope on the creativity, the storytelling, and then Desire. So Desire is the sister that we saw at the end of last episode, and we got another quick ending with her here. So yeah, it feels like she's up to something. I mean, we'll see probably next episode what she's up to, but yeah, Desire, dream, death, all of it.
So
despair.
If you want to cut your hair off, there's a sign to do it, because Desire has short hair.
Interesting. So yeah, that was another banger of an episode. And again, I just love how different every episode is, but yet it continues to kind of flow on the same type of storyline, and it's still keeping everything together, despite it being so different from episode to episode. So
Yeah. Kind of missed Matthew this episode.
yeah, he wasn't around at all.
Nope.
I don't remember if we missed something with him, if he took off and just went back to the realm, or yeah, I don't know what happened to Matthew. So he actually grew on me a little bit.
Me too. I think he did go back to the realm.
His introduction was annoying, but then you're like, okay, it just kind of grows on you.
Yeah, he did go back to the realm. Yeah.
So, all right, any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments, and we'll catch you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.